and welcome to the second ever Sports Locker episode on Senn TV.
On today's episode, we have a Jatto update, our very own Senn vocalist singing the national anthem at Wrigley, and a farewell to one of our football coaches, Mr. Keaton. And we had an opportunity to interview our very own Senn football players and what football means to them.
And after that, we will have a real-life sports update.
Well, for now, let's take a look at one of the cooler things that Senn has done this year. Our very own Senn vocalist singing the national anthem at a Cubs game.
Can you help me?
June 5th was an important day for a Senn music program, specifically our Senn vocalists who took the stage, well, more exactly the field, at Wrigley Field to become the first high school to sing the national anthem at a Cubs game. Such an amazing performance and experience for a Senn vocalist. Even better, the Cubs to the victory on that. All in all, congrats to everyone that participated. Mother. Oh, jeez, I can still feel it tingling.
Take that again. Can we get more tape? Just kidding.
Thank you, Marcos. What a great performance. Now we will send it to Hosea for a quick update on Jatto's race, which was mentioned in last week's episode.
Jatto placed 25th overall in state with an 11:20 time. Unfortunately, he did not medal in the race. It is still a monumental achievement for Jatto and Senn's running program. Congrats.
Well, thank you, Jose, for the update. And now we send off to the elevator, who is a farewell to Coach Keaton, who is retiring as the head coach of the football team.
As our anchors have said previously, Coach Keaton is retiring from his current position as head coach. You're about to see a tribute on his character, on what he means to his players, current and former.
Hey, Coach Keaton, we go way back, like the back seats of a Cadillac. You hit me like, hey, that's my man. He taught me how to put my pride to the side, and how to, just focus on winning, and how to make it a team sport.
Looked after me like a dad to me.
Perseverance through adversity, and so what that means is that, as an athlete, as a person, you're gonna run into situations that don't necessarily work with you or work out for you, and then when necessarily you will have to persevere through it. I think I've had more deep connections with athletes, just because I get to see them in a different scenario, like a different setting outside and 90-degree weather, running, sweating, bleeding, crying, you get to experience that, and you build deeper connections than just with the average student that you see in a relatively controlled setting for just an hour a day. One of the biggest things that I take away from coaching is I once had a player ask me a question. He asked me, what does it mean to be a man? The way I interpret it is, what does it mean to be an adult? I think that was a question that I was asked when I was only 24 years old. I think that is one of the biggest takeaways I had, because, like I said, it forced me to think about what is it to be an adult, what do I want out of being an adult, and what do I plan to show future students and athletes what that means. Watch your thoughts, because they become your actions. Watch your actions, because they become your habits, and then watch your habits, because those become your character.
I had the amazing opportunity to interview the football team about what football means to them. Here's what they had to say.
Football means a lot to me. It's kept me out of trouble because of a lot of things happening in the streets. I could have been another person to the streets, selling drugs, doing dope, all of that, but no, football kept me up. I've been supported.
Football has helped me manage my anger and teach me responsibility and all that, and it's given me another opportunity to go to college.
I've been doing this since before I could read, write. It's always been football. I've been working, I've gone to camps, I've trained with many people. It's just a part of my life.
Football, I was hanging out with the wrong crowd, doing stuff I wasn't supposed to be doing. And football is like a way to keep my mind off doing all that stuff. It made me want to stay in school and do better. Strive to be the best.
Football is what my life is based around. Everything revolves around football. I go to camps. I'm a prospect, so football is very important to me, and it's my way into college, and it's my way to pay through college. So when I say what do we do, y'all say blow it up. What do we do? Blow it up! 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 It's up in the air. Bulldogs on 3, 1, 2, 3, Bulldogs!
Now that is done, let's move on to some real life sports. I pass it over to the dream duo in real life sports, Elvin and Chris.
Welcome to This Speaks Professional Sports. We have 2 European Cup finals and an update on the NBA playoffs.
Yes, sir. The boring spectacle that was the Champions League final, which is literally the most important thing in European club soccer, was won 2-0 by Liverpool with the goals from Salah and Orly.
Salah still waits. It's Salah who's put Liverpool in front. By Milner.
That first half was so boring that the most interesting part wasn't soccer. It was a beautiful woman that ran onto the field. The boring spectacle saw Spurs leave empty-handed.
Well, the little brother of the Champions League, known as the Europa League, was won 4-1 by Chelsea against a second half collapsing Arsenal.
Surrender possession too easily. Giroud, Hazard.
Eden Hazard finished his Chelsea career with 2 goals, 1 assist, and a man of the match, and winner's medal before transferring to Real Madrid.
And now we have the NBA playoffs.
Isolation one-on-one ball. It's Durant with Shumpert defending, and Kevin Durant laces one through. And he's hurt. He is.
Can you believe what happened to Kevin Durant? Can you believe what happened to Kevin Durant? Can you believe what happened to Kevin Durant in Game 5?
It's insane. He literally tore his Achilles. First game back too. I can't wait to see how the Warriors come back from this one.
Honestly, man, I doubt they will. But at this point, by the time this video goes live, we'll know who won it.
Your 2019 NBA champions, the Toronto Raptors.
Honestly, who do you hope wins this at this point?
I got the Raptors, man. Honestly, just because we got Drake on our side every single game.
It's God's plan!
This dude.
Nah, man. Honestly, like, for real, I still got the Warriors. I have faith in my boys. Warriors and
all the time we have for this week's episode of Sports Locker, and it is our last episode for this school year.
Honestly, it was great being your partner. Dream partner.
Chris. Dream in professional sports. We hope to see you next year, though, on our newest episodes of Sports Locker. We will start early September. Thank you for watching.